Hello again. So back in here again, gonna try to finish up the other side of this flange, see if I can't get it the rest of the way bored out with the air grinder and my carbide bits. I got 5 of them, 6 of them, whatever, just like in the other video. So got the tank fired up. Let's give her a whirl and see if we can get this done already. All right, I already started on a little, and the tank ran out of air momentarily, so clearly I've got more to go. I just did a little. I'm going to keep working on it little by little until I get it where I want it. Once I do, we'll work on crimping another piece of pipe down, similar to this. We'll work on crimping it down square. We'll probably go farther square. This one isn't very square, it's just square at the bottom, you know. We'll work on going farther up with the square. It'll give us a little bit more room to work with when we go to put all this together. Anyway, let me get cracking. Alright, as y'all see, I got this in. It's a son of a bitch. I'm going to tell y'all, I spent more time on this than I did on just about anything else. That's so much right there. God almighty. I would have been better off buying an undivided T6 flange and putting these pipes together and making a gasket work than buying the divided flange, which I now know, and everyone else now knows. So I just got this in there roughly for the time being. I'm going to take it back out. I wanted to make sure it fit in there before I welded it. I'm going to do this pipe first on the actual hot side before I weld this on to the flange, and then I'll do this next piece after this one's already welded up, smoothed out, and whatnot. That way I have room to get this seam here welded from this side, not on the inside, and I'll have room to get this one done up here likewise. I'll just squeeze it as much as I need. So hopefully I got room. If I don't, we'll figure something else out. Either way, I think that's going to work. So I think that's going to be it for the night. It's like 12:30 and it's Monday. And that means it's fucking Tuesday tomorrow. So, first of the week, man. Whatever. Bummer. So, I'm going to clean up a little bit and we'll be back at this shit again tomorrow. Alright, after much massaging, she's good to go in there. I'll even, not going to weld this end. I'm just going to beat it out with a hammer whenever it's time, once I get it welded on. I'll come up with a new plan that I think will work better. I'm going to cut this off flush here, nice and flat, where it won't be pitched out at an angle. I left it at an angle so I can get my welder in there to weld up back there. I'm not going to be able to do it if I don't leave some kind of space for me to be able to get back there. So, yeah, it's all good. I'll flatten this off better. You can see it's kind of pitched over to the left some. I'll flatten it off. Anyway, this is staying just like it is. However, I bought multiple V-bands back when I bought V-bands, and I have 2 extra. So to make this a little easier, I think I'm going to cut this here, put a V-band in right here. I'm going to take this pipe, once I measure off how much to cut off down here, I'm going to take this pipe, attach it to the piece that I have inserted into the flange now, and then weld it into the flange after that. I'm going to do that piece first. Completely done first. So this will be all welded up, buttoned up, ground down, done. Attached to this piece of manifold here. Then I'll bring it back out here, get it lined up like I want, etc., etc. Cut my V-band in, put a V-band here, and this will make it easier to detach. So I won't have such a hard time trying to get this son of a bitch out. And it's going to make it easier to weld this up. Have extra V-bands, why not? It's just a couple extra joints. No sweat, right? So, all that dirt floating around. Jeez. Anyway, I'm going to cut that, weld that, put it all back together after the fact. I think that's a better idea. So, when I come back, I'll get back to work on that. I've been grinding on that son of a bitch in there for hours. Would have been much better just to buy the other T6 flange, like I said, that was all open, and then joining these pieces together in there and welding them up along there and making my own midsection. just been simpler. It would have took, well, not necessarily simpler. It would have just took less time. The time involved is ridiculous. So in retrospect, that's what I'll do next time. And that's what I'll tell y'all to do. Do that. All right. I'm going to clean up, eat something because I ain't eat shit. And I got a video to put up about the four-wheeler that we did some riding on this weekend. All right. As y'all see, I got this in. It's a son of a bitch. I'm going to tell y'all, I spent more time on this than I did on just about anything else. That's so much right there. God almighty. I would have been better off buying an undivided T6 flange and putting these pipes together and making a gasket work than buying the divided flange, which I now know and everyone else now knows. So I just got this in there roughly for the time being. I'm going to take it back out. I wanted to make sure it fit in there before I welded it. I'm going to do this pipe first on the actual hot side before I weld this on to the flange, and then I'll do this next piece after this one's already welded up, smoothed out, and whatnot. That way I have room to get this seam here welded from this side, not on the inside, and I'll have room. Hey, everybody. All right. I got a sweet box in the mail. Not sure what's in it. No, I haven't worked on the car. But I've been busy doing grown-up stuff. But I ordered a shit ton of parts. Well, let's see what came. I'm supposed to have 3 boxes, but UPS decided to make me sign for 2 of them. So I only have 1. We shall wait for the other. I did the stupid little online thing where you sign up to get it accepted. That's a stupid idea. Oh, looks like we got an intercooler and stuff. Yeah, a lightweight aluminum pipes. Oh, sweet. I don't even know where the camera's pointing. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, sweet. There's a bunch of elbows, some 45s, straight pieces, some really thick couplers, some clamps, 16 clamps, and I guess down there is an intercooler. Jeez. Oh, by the way, it's raining again. Isn't it awesome? Huh. Said no one ever. All kind of couplers. And I got them in black because I didn't want no gay ass blue or green. Oh, yeah. That's kind of heavy. Gonna kill my weight savings. Another piece of tape. All right. Oh yeah. That is one big ass intercooler. Oh yeah. Very nice. I think it's 30 by 14 by something. Let's measure. There's a tape measure around here somewhere. Yep, there we go. 28 by the surface area. Let's do the surface area. 2 foot by 1 foot with 3-inch thick. And overall, 31 inches wide, same height. It's got some tabs at the mount on the bottom. The box said it was 19 pounds total. And I'll bet that's every bit of the truth. So, freaking sweet. What else is in here? some mounting tabs, some kind of tabs. Sweet. Alright, well, I guess that's all for now till we get more shit in the mail. I've got turbo, wastegate blow-off valve, oil lines, oil plates, flange adapters, gaskets. Plus I've got the ECU coming with all the harnesses and everything. So I guess whenever we get that, we'll be back. Until then, maybe we'll work on that flange some more, maybe not. It's raining, so why not? So until then. All right, the next day, in SpongeBob words, the next day, a couple sweet boxes. I'm going to start with this bottom box because it's heavier than shit. And I'm pretty sure there's a big ass turbo in here. So let's have a look. Yes, I'm using a lawnmower as a stand because it's the South and we cut grass in February. Alright, so stand it up. Shit, that hurt. Alright. Another T6 flange gasket and the oil drain and oil feed gaskets. And got this stupid expandable foam. That's some baller ass cardboard. Alright. Let's get this big monstrosity out of the cardboard. I mean, out of the plastic. By the way, I'm Mick Ultra for tonight. Just because I run out of the normal beer. So whatever. All right. Oh yeah. Big boy. Yeah, man. Oh, it smells good. Smells like lavender. Not really. All right, y'all. I'm super fucking tickled right now. I waited forever to get it. But what we got here is a VS Racing S480 clone. Find something over here so it'll stand up on the There we go. It has billet wheel, 96 millimeter inducer, 132 AR exhaust. It's got the anti-surge housing. It's got the capability to put this thing up over 1,000 horsepower. I don't know, maybe not 1,000, maybe 950. I'm not going to go that far. It's got the T6 flange on this end with the the dual inlets. It's got a V-banded cold side that I'm going to have to get the other flange for, so I can actually V-band the intercooler, because I don't have that part. Or I could cut this off, but I'm not going to do that. It's got another V-band on the exhaust side. This is a really cool feature. The kit that I got actually comes with a clamp that goes from here down to 4-inch. I just haven't got that out of the box yet. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So it's going to have blow-off valve, wastegate, oil fittings, oil drain lines, and the clamp for this is down to 4-inch. I have to get some 4-inch mandrel bent tubing to do the dump tube. But you know, whatever. This has also got V-bands on the inside, so I can clock this turbo any direction, any which way. Same thing with the housing here. I can spin it anyhow way you want to spin it. Super fucking tickled right now. God, I waited forever. And that's only one box. So I'm going to set this to the side for a minute. Fucking heavyweight. According to the internet, this thing weighs 30-something pounds. So I'm not exactly sure that's right. But I can tell you what, it's got some heft to it. Which I knew it was going to have some weight, so it's all good. Box numero dos. Now, this actually came yesterday, but they required me to sign for it. Bags of air, sweet. Oh. As Chuck D from Public Enemy would say, Terminator X. Flippin' awesome. Brand new Holley ECU that just came out a week ago. I ordered it 3 days after it came out. A sweet instruction booklet. Oh, it's colored. Oh, look at that. It's actually colored with vivid pictures. Showing all the connector types. All the wiring colors. Pretty dope. It comes with all sorts of stuff. It comes with a power harness to power the ECU. It comes with the full-sized everything you need wiring harness with the better loom. This isn't the cheap shit you buy, the little plastic ribbed stuff like a Trojan condom. This is the good nylon stuff. It's much better. It's got every connector you need on here. I mean, you don't know what you need till you don't need it. You don't know what you have till you check it over. So it's got all kind of cool stuff. Everything you need. Plugs directly into the ECU. It comes with an input-output harness. This is the injector harness here. It clips into the injectors and comes out to one plug that goes into the harness. Input-output harness that goes into the ECU. 4 ins, 4 outs. So you can run, there's a part number, for anything you can possibly think of. You don't get 16 like you do with the Dominator, but whatever. It comes with an O2 bung and all these map sensor fittings. Gonna weld that in the dump tube. It comes with a 4.9 Bosch wideband, the newest one that just come out. As you see, the funky plug on the back. It comes with an adapter for that funky plug. It comes with the 3.5-inch touchscreen LCD display. Oh man, I feel like so fucking cool having cool stuff, y'all. Like it's next level right now. I'm not even gonna mess with this stuff yet because I don't even like. I'm a poor guy, and poor people don't usually buy shit like this. So I feel really cool right now. It even comes with sticky stuff and a stylus. I'm gonna mount that some way, shape, or form in the car. It's about the most expensive electronics I've ever bought. I'm like acting like this is a lot of money, but people pay like $3 grand for a laptop. So I don't even have a laptop. I'll have a work laptop. All right, so into the ECU. Stupid box open. There we go. And it looks much like an HP or a Dominator, only it's smaller. It's about the size of my hand, which is pretty cool. I would say it's the size of 2/3 of a Bible or whatever, or a Quran for y'all fucking Muslims. Who cares? It's about the size of that. Take this out, put your dick beside of it. It's 10 times bigger than that. Map sensor, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go to a bigger map sensor because I'm running boost. This is just for naturally aspirated. Power terminal, input, output, wiring harness. I don't know what else you need to know there. That's as simple as it gets. It has LEDs on the top to tell you what is or isn't working. And you'll use those to troubleshoot if you got a problem. And it's all in the manual. I've already looked that over online. So, I gotta tell y'all, I've got a shit ton of work to do. So I'm gonna clean this stuff up, put it up on the shelf where nobody messes with it, and get to work on this exhaust. See if I can't get it done so I can get this turbo mounted and see how I like the way it looks or whether I like it or if I don't. Maybe I don't like it, right? So, let's get to work. I got anxiety right now looking at all this money sitting around. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, y'all remember from last time I talked about putting a V-band in right here. That's what I'm gonna do now. I'll take this V-band loose over there, cut this out, weld the V-band in, reposition it, see how I like it. If I like it, we'll be good to go. I'll take it back off and I'll get the flange fitted up over here real nice and flush. I've got some angle iron here to make brackets with to bolt to the frame there. Then I'll have another piece of metal coming off of the flange to go sandwich on it. One piece of angle on top, one piece of angle on bottom, bolt them together. She's solid mounted. So we'll work on that after we do this V-band. All right. Shit, that's still hot. Section has been cut out. Whew. Was right here, was right there. Cut that piece out. I got the two V-band pieces right here. As you see, they come apart. I'm going to weld them up onto the pipes on both sides. I'm going to clamp this down first because I don't want it to warp. Then I'll do the other side. I'll clamp it down again. We'll put it together, make sure it fits. I also made two marks. There's a Sharpie mark here and a Sharpie mark on the bottom. Right here. Then I'm going to line up with these marks to make sure that my pipe is straight from where I had it sitting in the car. So, break out the $50 welder and let's weld this up. All right, tacked in place exactly where it was before. That's why you measure one time and cut twice. You heard what I said. So I'm going to weld this in all the way. Then we'll get to work on cutting the other piece. Make some freaking progress finally. All right, V-band installed. Pipe's exactly where it was. Fully welded. Now I'm going to get this flange over here and kind of line it up. Cut that bottom piece off flush. I'll take it off over here at the V-band. Cut it off flush, weld it, set it up here and see how it looks. It's going to take a couple minutes and probably be frustrating. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I got the flange welded up to the first inlet. on the exhaust. And as you see, this big Chinese spinny boy is so big that it doesn't fit in there. It's not really that fucking close, actually. So, I mean, it looks pretty damn cool though, right? I was close on that. Spinny boy gang. Oh, I'm excited, y'all. So, the plan. I've got room. I think I've got room to raise it up a good little bit here. So, I think I'm going to cut this down here, about here, add about 1.5 inches or so of pipe, weld it back together, set it back on there, and see what happens. I'm also going to clock this where this is kind of facing down toward this area and not up there in the fucking netherworld. Although that's kind of cool though. If I was going to do no intercooler, man, that'd be dope. That's right there. Makes me wonder. But you know, it's the problem is actually that it's hitting the lip of the frame rail. This lip here. As you see, it's indented. That's actually what it's hitting, just over here. So, I mean, I guess I could just cut that lip off, but it's still really, really close to everything. And it's probably going to go into meltdown if I leave it there. And I think I just think it would be better if it was raised up. There'd be more room for it and clearance. Plus, there's not a ton of room for that oil drain to go down right there. I'm going to have to drill a big hole, which I don't really care. I'll drill a big hole, whatever. And if I really need to, dude, I'll cut this shit off. Just off. With a Sawzall. And I could do some sort of tubular frame up above it if I had to. I don't really want to. It's an option though. So anyway, it's like 2 a.m. I've been out here fucking going hardcore, so I think I'm gonna stop for the night anyway. Got shit all in my hair from the damn slag flying around. So I'm pretty tickled, y'all. Obviously, there's a million more things to do here. Intercooler, ECU wiring, finishing the hot side, doing all the cold side, hanging this shit, exhaust wrap, final assembly, blah, blah, blah. The list is whatever. I'll get to it eventually, y'all. But it's one step at a time. You can't get overwhelmed. People get overwhelmed and they quit. I ain't fucking quitting. I'm just getting into the good shit now. So I'm in it for the long haul, y'all. Hopefully y'all stick with me. All right, y'all. I'm beat. Cleaned up a little. I'm trying to come up with a plan in my head of how I want this shit to work later. I'm going to try to get this video up. I've got a couple days worth of footage and clips and shit. So I'll try to get it all put up. Till then, y'all, hang with me. It's going to be a run. And it takes me a little bit to save up my money here and there. I wish I could just buy all my parts at once, throw them on, and say, hey, man, we're jamming now. But it's just not the way it works in the real world. And I hope you guys understand that. And I hope it's different for y'all. I hope y'all can all afford to just buy all the parts you need and crack along at your work. Unfortunately for me, in the real world, it's just not like that. So I do what I can. Hopefully you guys can do what you can do. Anyway, I appreciate everything. I got some new subscribers. What's up, y'all? I appreciate the comments. Appreciate the views. All of it's awesome. I hope we're learning together. Here's some videos for you guys to watch. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all guys next time. Peace.